You all set? Okay. Could you just start off what you'll bring to Orlando, and then we'll open it up to questions from the media, please?
Yeah. No, man, I plan on bringing, everything I have to Orlando. First off, just a winning mindset, a work-first mindset, and, just ready to get in with the guys and get to work. This is one of the best moments of my life. I'm super excited, and I couldn't be happier, to be a member of the Orlando Magic.
The first question will be third row to your right.
Paolo, Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com. How much of a dream come true is this to be a #1 overall draft pick in the NBA? And also, how do you feel you'll fit in with the Orlando Magic?
Yeah. Nah, this isn't even a dream. I feel like this is like a fantasy. Like, I dreamed of being in the NBA, but being the #1 overall pick, this is crazy. What was the second part? I'm sorry. Oh, no, I feel like I'll fit in great. The Magic, they have a lot of talent. They're very deep. And they also have a lot of dynamic forwards like myself, with Wendell, Franz Wagner, and adding myself, I feel like that's going to give teams a lot of problems. That's 3, 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guys who can all dribble, pass, and shoot, and have high IQ. And I think that's going to, I think it's going to be a huge advantage for us, and a struggle for other teams to game plan for.
Your next question will be front row to your right.
Paolo, congratulations. Valeria Rubino, Viaggio Sport Italy. We saw some tears up there. What are you feeling right now? What did it take? And what's your advice to all the young players that one day want to be on that stage?
Yeah, it was a very emotional moment. I've never cried tears of joy in my life. And I was telling everyone I wasn't going to cry, no matter what pick I was picked. And it just hit me. I couldn't stop it. But, any advice I would give is just, take it day by day. Don't look too far ahead. Don't look too far in the future, and focus on that. Focus on what's in front of you. Day in, day out, just work hard and stack days together. And, it's going to pay off.
Next question will be second row to your left.
Simone Sandri, Gazzetta dello Sport. Too quick. First, what are you wearing? You told me you were wearing Dolce and Neims. Is that Dolce Gabbana?
Yeah, I said, it's Dolce Gabbana, but it's provided by Neiman's in Dolce.
Perfect. Yeah. And second, when did you know that you were actually were going to be drafted by Orlando? And did you have a feeling during the day that things were kind of changing and you were going to be the first pick?
I had a feeling, from what the information I was being told was just that it was kind of up in the air. Orlando wasn't really sure yet, and just to be ready for whatever. And I didn't find out though that I was actually getting picked until about 20 seconds before the commissioner got on the stage. So, I didn't even have time to really think about it or anything. It just kind of happened. But I can't believe it. But it's I'm ready. I'm ready.
Sitzenhouse Sporting News. First, what's the first thing you're going to buy with your official NBA paycheck? And then who are you looking forward to playing against?
First thing I'm going to buy with my paycheck? Probably a car, nice car, or somewhere nice to stay. And then second question was, who am I looking forward to playing against? Really anybody. I'm just looking forward to playing in the NBA. That's the best competition in the world. Every game is a challenge, and I'm really looking forward to just competing night in, night out.
Hi, Chris. Paul. Hi, Paul. Can you reflect on your journey from Seattle, watching your mother and your cousin Chris win state championship, and your mother playing professional basketball? Can you reflect on the people who paved the way for you?
Yeah, it's been a long journey, growing up in Seattle. Like you said, just being around my mom, always in the gym, watching Chris. They taught me a lot, especially my mother. She stayed on me, always held me accountable, and made sure I was on the right track. And, I just developed a real strong work ethic at a young age and continued it on through my high school and college days. And I was also blessed by God, with height and the physique that he gave me. And I just reflected on it. It's crazy, you know, that this is happening right now. It just is, you know, a once in a lifetime experience that, you know, I'll never be able to forget.
Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. We talked about money. No state income tax in Florida. That's important. I'm sure your representatives must be pretty happy about that.
Definitely.
Can you tell us what it was like to choose a representative? Are you prepared to handle that money? I mean, it was like Jerry Maguire, where people just coming out of the woodwork for you. I was wondering how the business side of that came together for you.
Yeah. Well, luckily, both my parents are very educated and, you know, were very smart with their money. So they've, you know, taught me to do the same, you know, so I'll definitely, you know, be smart with it and treat it the right way, use it for the right things.
Hi, Shara Taylor, New York Beacon. So have past Duke players reached out to you, like Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum?
I haven't had my phone on me the whole time, but I'm sure that I have a couple of texts waiting in my phone. I've talked to, you know, I got a pretty good relationship with Jason, Zion, Kyrie, all those guys, you know, I've met and talked to. So, you know, I'm sure they'll have something, some words of encouragement.
Next on your left by the wall.
Paolo, Mark Malusis, Pix 11. Wanted to ask you, 1 year at Duke, how did your working with Coach K and his staff prepare you to make the jump to the NBA?
Yeah, I feel like they really prepared me as best as anyone could. You know, I was a good player, you know, when I came in, but, you know, I think they really took me to another level and helped transform me as a player. You know, they helped me with a lot of things, helped improve my game in a lot of ways. And Coach K, I mean, especially on and off the court, you know, he's a great advice giver, great leader, and he's the greatest of all time. You know, every day he was really, you know, giving us new gems, new pieces of advice that we could take on, you know, forever. So I thank him. I thank Duke. I'm always going to be a part of the brotherhood and in the Duke basketball family.
And to your left, last question.
Yes, Simone Sande, Gazzetta dello Sport, Italy. Italy produced another Italian first pick overall with Andrea Bargnani. Can we actually say that we produce another with you?
I don't know if that'd be fair to Bargnani. You know, Bargnani's born and raised in Italy. I'm born and raised in Seattle, Washington. So I don't want to, you know, take anything away from him, man. But, you know, I'm definitely proud to have Italian roots and be able to represent Italy for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Just watch your stuff coming down.
First question, first row on the left chat.
Valeria Rubino, V-Sport from Italy. Congratulations, a dream came true today. How does it feel to live this dream right now? What are the emotions going through your mind? And also, what did it take? And how do you feel now to be able to play with or against NBA stars that maybe keep inspiring your game?
Yeah, it's a mix of emotions, probably 1,000 emotions, all good ones. You know, I don't really have words to describe them, but, you know, I'm so blessed and grateful to be here. And, you know, I'm ready to compete. I'm ready to, you know, go play.
On the left side, fourth row.
Hi, Brittany with NBA.com. What can you say about the dynamic of OKC and what you look to bring to it your rookie year?
I think it's a great situation, great dynamic. You know, playing with guys like Josh and Shea, as well as everybody down the roster. You know, it's a lot of great players there with unique skill sets, and I feel like, you know, I can kind of pair up with them and help enhance theirs as well as, you know, have their skill sets enhance mine.
On the left side, second row, Mark Spears.
Mark Spears, ESPN Zanscape, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And what do you think you bring in an area now there's more space, there's not as many zones? How do you think your game translates to the NBA?
On both ends. On both ends, I'll start on defense. On defense, you know, I can use my length and my quickness to cover a lot of ground and take up space. There's more space to take up, obviously, but I feel like I can still take up a great deal of space on defense, both vertically and horizontally, sliding my feet, as well as protecting the rim. And on offense, you know, OKC plays a very five-out style of basketball, so there's a lot of space, especially in the paint, to, you know, get to the basket or, you know, draw two defenders and drive and kick, find guys who are open. So like you said, a lot more space, and it opens up.
Right side, third row.
Sits in House Sporting News. So what's the first thing you're going to buy with your NBA paycheck, and who are you looking forward to playing against?
I haven't really thought about that yet. As far as, I'll probably end up, you know, buying a place to live. That'll probably be the first thing. But playing against, you know, it'll be special to share the court with Jalen again. Whether, you know, obviously we won't be wearing the same jersey, but to share the court with him will be special, and to compete with him again, even though we're not on the same team, it'll be a great day.
First row in the middle.
Okay, good stretch, thanks. Hey, Chet, Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. I have to admit, I didn't know that much about college basketball, this draft coming in, so I was reading a lot of the mock drafts. And I was like, Chet Holmgren, he's too thin, he's this, and he's not ready for the NBA. I'm just curious, do you read these mock drafts? Is the kind of thing where you have to just, all the negative stuff you can easily put out, or do you go, you know, is it motivation, or you just kind of ignore the whole thing? I was just kind of curious when you see kind of the negative stuff.
Yeah, you know, I have a lot of motivations myself. I'm very intrinsically motivated, and I wake up every day with a plan on how to make myself a better person, better basketball player. And, you know, I put so much effort into executing that it doesn't really leave room to put effort into, you know, things that, one, I can't control, and two, you know, don't help me make me better. So, you know, I tune a lot of that stuff out. You know, I do, you know, see it here and there, but at the end of the day, I, you know, put no effort towards it.
Second row on the right.
Hey, Chet, Joe Masato from the Oklahoman. I know I just asked you about the Thunder's rebuild, but how have you viewed that from an outside perspective, and what have you thought about the process of compiling all of these picks and young talent like yourself?
I think, and what I saw, you know, speaking to personnel in the organization and on my visit, you know, they have a great organization as well as a great vision going forward. And I'd say, you know, compiling the draft picks and, you know, all that is part of the vision. And, you know, taking it one step at a time is, you know, important, especially for myself. And, you know, over time, that vision should pay off.
On the right side, fourth row.
Hey, Chet, Chris Rim, New York Times. Did you have an expectation of what would happen today when you woke up this morning? Did it go as planned from getting here to hearing your name called the whole day and night?
Yeah, I try to live with, you know, as few expectations as possible, so I can just, you know, completely be in the moment. You know, that's one of the biggest things that, you know, I've tried to do today, and one of the biggest pieces of advice I've gotten from many different people. You know, stay in the moment, soak it all in, because, you know, it goes quick, and, you know, you can't relive it. So I've been 100% in the moment, you know, going with the flow today, and look where we are.
First row on the left.
Hi, Shara Taylor, New York Beacon. How does it feel from going from Gonzaga to right here now, and what are you most looking forward to for the next few months?
It's definitely crazy. The lights don't get much brighter than this. You know, coming from, you know, a smaller place like Spokane and Gonzaga, you know, but it reminds me, like the Oklahoma fan base and community, you know, it reminds me a lot of Gonzaga and our community that we had there. You know, super rowdy fans that, you know, are diehard for their organization, and, you know, I'm proud to represent them.
We'll take two more questions on the right side, fourth row.
Hi, Chet. I'm interested in your fashion sense. NBA draft is usually when everyone kind of goes all out with their outfits. How did you decide what to wear? And another question is, which NBA players' fashion sense do you appreciate or like?
I definitely appreciate my new teammate Shea. He's got the drip for sure. We were just talking about over there how much competition I have now on the NBA tunnel walkthroughs. So it should be great.
Last question. Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
You ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
If you start out, talk about your game and what you'll bring to the Rockets, and then we'll open it up to questions from the media, please.
All right. I'm just going to bring competitive edge, you know, my shooting ability, my ability to score, my ability to guard multiple positions, and just my will to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm a team player, so that's what they're getting.
Your first question will be to your right, third row.
Sitson House Sporting News. A lighthearted question at first. What's the first thing you're going to buy with your first NBA paycheck? And then who are you looking forward to playing against this season?
First thing I'm going to buy, probably somewhere to live in H-Town, you know what I'm saying? So probably that. And most looking forward to play against LeBron, you know what I'm saying? That was my idol growing up, so that's what I'm looking forward to playing against.
Hey, Jabari, just talk about your mindset right now. Having gone through the whole pre-draft process, where's your head at right now as you head to Houston?
Motivated, you know what I'm saying? Real motivated to get down there, get to work, and just meet my teammates, meet my staff, just meet everybody down there, you know what I'm saying? So just down there, just build relationships, get to know the family, and just get to work, you know what I'm saying? So.
Next question will be to your left on the fourth row.
Mark Spears, ESPN's Landscape. Congratulations. What were your thoughts when the pick was announced? There was a lot of talk about you going number one. And did it add a chip to you when you got the final result?
Definitely added a chip, but, you know, God make no mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be where I'm wanted. I'm ready to get to Houston and just show them, you know what I'm saying? Give them what they picked and just happy to be here.
Next question will be front row.
Bennett Durando, Montgomery Advertiser. Jabari, I know you didn't work out with Houston. What do you sort of know about them going in, and does it sort of change, I guess, the way that you sort of go in there and have to sort of build those relationships and all that?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the NBA for somewhat is similar, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to win, everybody easy to get along with. So I'm just happy to go in there and just meet new people, meet my teammates. And I know they're a young, hungry team, just like me, so I'm ready to get in there.
Next question will be to your right in the back row.
Brittany with NBA.com. So what are you just most looking forward to joining, you know, the young core with Jalen Green and those guys?
Most thing I'm looking forward to is just growing with them, you know. Over these next few years, just growing with them, trying to win games with them, growing with them. You know, we were all young, all new to the NBA lifestyle, so just learning from them. You know, they're older than me, so just getting in there and ultimately building that relationship with them so it can transfer to the court.
Hi, Shara Taylor, New York Beacon. How did it feel to have your name called with your parents beside you?
Oh, my bad.
Sorry. And what was your father's reaction when you heard
It was a night that I'll never forget, like seeing the smiles on my family's faces, seeing the smile on my brother's face, seeing the smiles on my family's faces in the crowd. It was just like something I'll never forget. You know, making them proud is just something I worked for all my life. So, you know, my dad just told me it was time to amp it up a little bit, time to work even harder. You know, it's a new level, whole new game. So just trying to get there and get to work.
Next question will be in the front row.
Jabari, what is it like to sort of be at the table and go through that just as it's playing out when, you know, it's possible number one or it's that group of three is sort of interchangeable? What's sort of going through your mind and being said sort of at the table during that stretch?
Anticipation, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just sitting there, cameras floating around, you don't know where you're going. It's like you get jitters a little bit, you shaking, you know, you've been working for this all your life, so you know you just want to hear your name called, and then when it happens, it's like you get a little relief, you know, emotions settle in, and after that, it's just a whole new life. You're a part of a new team, a new family, so got to put it behind you and just go forward.
Next question, third row to your left.
Hi, Jabari. What are some goals you wish to accomplish in your NBA career?
Goals I wish to accomplish is win an NBA championship, multiple-time All-Star, and ultimately be a Hall of Famer and one day be listed as one of the greatest ever, you know. But ultimately, I just want to win championships and be labeled as a winner, you know what I mean? Always deep in the playoffs, somebody always compete for championships. That's what I want to be.
Next question, middle, third row.
Hey, Jabari, Chris Rim, New York Times. There were many reports that you were might go first overall. I don't know if you saw those things, and did you expect coming into tonight that you would go first?
I really didn't expect it, but I knew it was a possibility. So when it didn't happen, I wasn't surprised. You know, all of the guys up for the pick are great players. They bring a lot to the table, and it was, like I said in other interviews, it was a coin flip. So when it happened, I just, you know, was happy for him, clapped for him, and just waited to hear my name called.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Just an opening statement, what you could bring to the Kings, and then we'll open up to any media that have questions for you, please.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to get down there. I feel like, for me, the first thing that I feel like I bring to the Kings just a winning culture, winning mindset. I think that'll be special for me to be able to get down there and help them win and see success in that. So I'm excited to go down there and play with a lot of really good players and open up for questions.
Okay, thanks. Once again, if you have a question, please raise your hand. And we'll go with third row to your right.
So what's the first thing you're going to buy, Cincinnati Sporting News, what's the first thing you're going to buy with your NBA paycheck? And then who are you looking forward to playing against?
First thing I'm about with my paycheck, probably a place to live, some groceries. Nothing crazy. So I'm not flashing or anything like that. I'm excited, just not anyone specific, just to go against all the guys you see on TV, the Hall of Famers that made their mark on the game already. So I'm just excited to compete. That's the biggest thing, against some of the top guys in the NBA.
Keegan, it's Tom Kakert from Hawkeye Report. What was the moment like, and experiencing that with your family, with your dad, your mom, Chris?
Yeah, it was special. For me, to have them here has been a blessing. And for them to just hear my name be called on draft night with my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother here, it's a really cool feeling. I think I'll never forget it. And I'm just glad that I got this opportunity to be in this position I am today. And it was all them. That's all I can say is that their hard work throughout the years when I was little helped me be here where I am today. So.
Next question's on your right.
Mark Spears, ESPN's Landscape. What do you know about what the Kings organization is trying to do now, and did you get to talk to Mike Brown at all during the process?
Yeah, I got to talk to Coach a little bit. What they're all about is winning, and I feel like for me, I bring that winning mentality right away with them. I know that they got a lot of good guys, a lot of pieces right now, and what they're doing, and that's to get to the playoffs and do damage in the playoffs. Right now, the emphasis is winning, and I feel like I bring that.
Any other?
Keegan, they have a fellow Iowan on their roster in Harrison Barnes. Do you have a relationship with Harrison? Have you talked to him at all? And what's that feel like to have another guy from Iowa, the state of Iowa, on the roster?
Yeah, I think it'll be special. There's not many guys that come out of Iowa and are in the league. So for him to come out of Ames and do what he's done in the league and have a really great career is really special. I'm excited to get to know him a little bit. He's my teammate. Just excited because, Iowa kind of has a different feel to it. So I'm going to get down there and just try to build a great relationship with all the guys. With Harrison, it'll be really cool. It'll be special for sure.
And the next question will be on your left in the back.
How excited are you to play alongside guys like De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, and Harrison Barnes?
Yeah, I think playing alongside them, they all have experience, and they've all been there. So I think for me, it's about learning from them and just kind of being that guy that is always on their shoulder, always learning and things like that to adjust to the league. So I feel like it'll be really good for me in my career to be going into that scene, and I'm excited to get to work for sure.
Next question will be to your right, front row.
Keegan, with all the pre-draft buzz about Jaden Ivey, and now you're the fourth pick that Sacramento made, do you feel do you have a chip on your shoulder to prove that they made the right choice?
Yeah, I always have a chip on my shoulder. I mean, 3 years from now, as an unranked recruit going to Iowa, and I'll never forget that feeling. So for me, I always have that chip on my shoulder no matter what. And I know that greatness takes time, and I know that I have a long ways to go in my development as a basketball player. So for me, it's being able to be the best version of myself when I get down there and see what happens. And I really think it'll be good.
Next question will be front row to your left.
Keegan, you're now the highest drafted player in the history of the University of Iowa basketball program. What does that mean to you?
It's a great feeling, especially to do that in 2 years. It's special, and I've grown up being next to the University of Iowa. Lived 25 minutes away from it growing up, so to have that under my belt, I feel like is really special because a lot of great players that I've came through, and so for me, I wear it with pride, and it builds for future generations for the Iowa basketball program, and it shows that you can come here and be special. It's not the most glamorous place in the world, but we get the job done. So for me, it's a really great feeling.
Okay, thank you, Keegan.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
Hello, congratulations, Valeria Rubino, V-Sport. What are your emotions right now? What are you feeling? And what's your advice to young players who one day want to get to the NBA?
It's just a dream come true for me. You know, I can remember sitting, you know, a young boy watching, you know, some of the great players get drafted, and you know, I didn't want to stop until I was, you know, walking across that stage, you know, shaking the commissioner's hand. So you know, it's just a dream, you know, come true, and you know, for all the kids that, you know, have dreams and aspirations, if they put their mind to it and they work hard, you know, they can accomplish it.
Fifth row on the right.
First of all, congratulations. My question for you is, what is it like knowing that your mom has been through this process? How much of an impact does she have on your life now?
It's actually an amazing story, you know, to have a mother who's been in the league. You know, you don't see too many stories like that, and the bond that we have, you know, is special. And I thank her for all the things that she's done for me. And I know I wouldn't be on this stage. I wouldn't be here without her.
Second row on the right.
Jaden, you mentioned that you were a fan of Carson Edwards growing up. Now you're reunited with them, both Purdue guys. What's that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. You know, I looked up to Carson. You know, he's one of the reasons why I came to Purdue. You know, just to see how much he worked hard, and you know, he's just a special talent. And you know, I'm excited to, you know, join him.
In the middle, first row, Lloyd Carroll.
Thank you, Lloyd Carroll, Queens Chronicle. Obviously, you can't control any of this process, but I was curious if you heard the same things we did. Oh, the Knicks want to trade, or every team wants to trade up for you. I'm just curious if that's the kind of thing you hear, your agents hear. Are you able to just kind of zone that out? I was just curious what goes through your mind in these 48 hours as we get close to this moment.
My agents controlled all that. They let. Yeah, they called me and, you know, just told me what was going on in the loop. You know, I didn't dictate anything. So, you know, I'm just so blessed to be a Piston. That's the way it planned out, and you know, I'm looking forward to getting down there.
On the right side, fifth row.
What was your mom's biggest advice for you that when you reflect on, that's what you keep in your heart?
I think the biggest thing is, you know, if you want something in life, you have to work hard for it. And I've seen her work, you know, late nights, watching film, you know, working hard to, you know, make herself better. And, you know, I just learned that from her, and, you know, it's what got me here today.
Left side, fifth row.
Sitzenhouse Sporting News. What's the first thing you're going to buy with your NBA paycheck? And then who are you looking forward to playing against?
Definitely a vehicle. One of my favorite vehicles. And what was your other question? Sorry. Playing against, definitely LeBron. You know, someone I looked up to and idolized, and playing against him would be, you know, really great.
Third row on the left.
Hey, Jaden, I know we talked to you about the Knicks leading up to the draft.
And even after you drafted, like Twitter was like, oh, the Knicks are still trying to get him. Have you talked to the Pistons like, hey, we're keeping you, like don't worry about any of this other stuff?
I mean, after the workout, you know, it was a great workout, and you know, I really liked the organization. I really had no clue where I was going to end up at. So, you know, I heard my name called. It was crazy.
Second row in the middle.
So at what age were you able to beat your mother one-on-one?
That question comes up a lot. I actually never really played my mom one-on-one. She was a coach, so, you know, her being a coach, I was trying to get all the help I can get. You know, trying to learn new moves. You know, anything I can get from her, I would ask her for.
We'll take 2 more questions for Jaden. On the left side, Mark.
Jaden, I want to ask you, where does your game comp to in the NBA? Some have compared you to Westbrook. Where do you think your game compares to an NBA player?
Definitely John Morant, Russell Westbrook, the guys that, you know, have the speed and athleticism, and I feel like I've been working on my mid-range a lot more this summer, and, you know, I feel like I can showcase that as well. You know, like players like, you know, Michael Jordan and D. Wade.
Last question. Okay, thank you, Jaden.